Hey everybody, Cameron here. It's What You Watchin', the Patreon series for Cult Classic. I'm here with my scrumptious co-host.
I'll take this.
Yeah.
Jordan Jones.
And my
Scrumps diddly-umptious.
and Mark Nussel. Mark, you either jump in and you take it or you don't.
That's right.
So, What You Watchin'? Have we talked about Murderville yet? I don't think we have we?
Not on the pod.
I don't even think privately we've talked about it.
So if you aren't familiar, it is an improv show starring Will Arnett, who played Job from Arrested Development. And it's just an all-improv murder whodunit, essentially, where they have a celebrity guest on and they improv their way through a murder case. It's hit or miss depending on the guest, but overall,
I haven't seen
liked it.
Is it good?
It is guest depending. It just depends on who the guest is.
Right.
Conan's on. He does good. Surprisingly, Sharon Stone does really good because she's just acting, so it works in an all improv thing, you know?
Does it feel like Saturday Night Live at all? Or like,
No,
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Because it's still heavily edited and it's still like produced, but there's just no script. Like
that's a cool.
Some people laugh a little too much, but like I don't.
It's got
works.
this. So I watched it at Cam's. It's more like a detective show than a who's done it per se. You know what I mean?
It's
more
a
like a
cop show.
CSI type show, cop show. But it's got the sets of your Saturday morning television shows for kids. You know what I mean? It's got that look
Like out
to
of
it.
the
It's kinda
box?
like Saved by the Bell, like
Yeah, bright lighting, low budget, and out on the street. You know.
Okay.
But is it worth a watch in this day and age? Yeah, I think
it's a good background watch. It's not it's not hilarious, but
I'm
it's
actually
fun.
going to check
It's
that out
fun.
tonight.
It's fun. It's fun. What have you guys been watching?
Jordan, you want to go? You want to go around the horn here?
So I did the big ticket item, and I won't do any spoiler works, but I did see the Batman this weekend.
Ooh.
Okay, you were talking about it. Just without really saying anything about it, did you enjoy it or not?
Batman dies. No, I'm joking. That didn't happen. That happened. Yeah, I really did. The best thing I can say for it is it feels like a Batman movie. And you know how those last two kind of didn't?
Yeah. Okay.
And this one is. We're back to it's a good Batman movie.
Nice.
It's got all the working
Robert
parts.
Pattinson does it for you. He's got the chin.
Yeah, it's a big part, which I did think about that. The chin is a big part, but it's so funny.
It's the
most
role.
of the part. Yeah.
But Michael Keaton doesn't really have a pronounced chin or jawline, so you tell me.
Not at all, but he had the personality to carry it.
I think my favorite Batman chin is Val Kilmer. I just like his chin. He's got a little butt chin.
I was talking to my mom last night, and she had Val Kilmer surprisingly high on her list. That was like her number 2 Batman after Keaton.
Yeah.
I think the tougher debate is like people. Is it the best movie or the best Batman? Who knows who the best Batman is? It's kind of how your movie goes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Christopher Nolan ones are up there as some of the best movies, but the Michael Keaton and the Tim Burton ones stand up. They're entertaining. Those are entertaining movies.
Well, they're like the first one to come, so everybody's going to hold them reverence. I think that Val Kilmer gets dogged on too much, and I actually think that people dog Christian Bale's because of his Batman voice, way too harshly. It's like it was fine.
Yeah, it was good. What else did you guys?
But I do think
this in theater. Obviously, you saw it. In theater?
Saw it in theater on Sunday. Worth a watch. I was happy because like the theater was packed. You know,
mask mandate, vax mandate lifted, so Chicago feels a little normal.
I still haven't been to a movie theater that isn't like mostly empty, so that's weird.
The only thing I do want to warn you, it is a long run time, even for like a superhero movie. It's 3 hours.
Fuck.
So but I think it's good.
That. I'm okay with that.
I liked it. I thought Paul Dano was good as. Should I not say?
No, we won't even say anything else. You know, this isn't about spoilers. It's just about what you're watching and whether you liked it.
And then I did
see another movie, right?
I did 2 for 2. I did a Saturday and a Sunday movie.
Sunday matinee.
Saturday I saw Death on the Nile.
Okay,
that is a whodunit.
Now, did you see Murder on the Orient Express?
Not in theaters, but I have watched it. So it's the same main character.
Yeah, out of the two, which did you like better?
100% Death at the Nile.
Okay.
So did you see Murder?
And I wasn't a huge fan. I think we might have talked about this off air at one point, but it has the look and the set design and ambiance that we love. But it was whatever.
It fell a little flat, right? I don't know if it's the same director, but the same main guy as the detective, whatever his name is. I can't quite remember. But I did like this one. What I came out thinking was, should I wear a cream suit more often? Because it's set in like 1920s Egypt.
I think you got to start by just like wearing a suit. You know, I feel like there's a step to take before going straight to cream.
Cream suit.
I have
a fedora
one suit
involved too. There, yeah.
Oh yeah,
a nice Panama hat.
It's a hat. It's a hat situation for sure. Yeah.
But I thought okay. So for Death at the Nile, I was in the mood to watch that movie. I decided that over Uncharted, so I'm like, this is the one I'm doing, and it made me feel the what I wanted, you know.
Cameron, we played the Uncharted games, but I just feel like we're not going to like that movie.
I love them. The Uncharted games are up there as maybe some of my favorite. They're just adventure Indiana Jones game, and, you know, in line with your Tomb Raider and stuff.
Yep.
But I have heard nothing but bad things about this movie. So
can I put a caveat?
I'll wait till streaming.
I think Cameron agrees with me, and I don't know if Mark's seen this, but in defense, if you're in the mood for an Indiana Jones type action adventure movie that I'm probably pretty sure you haven't seen, give the animated Tintin a chance. It's surprisingly good.
Okay. It is 100% just animated Indiana Jones. You even have Simon Pegg and
I don't know why I thought you were going to say Jake Gyllenhaal's Prince of Persia.
Never seen it, but I've only not seen it because everybody said it was
horrible. Weird enough, I hadn't seen it until like last year, and I've seen it twice now recently. Like it's just, I don't know, it was on.
What are your thoughts?
Not great. The games are fun.
It was so nice you saw it twice. You tell me.
It was on. Similar to what we were Uncharted. Great game. I don't know about the movie.
You really like the cultural appropriation, right?
That's why I got into it.
right.
You know me. That's what I'm all about.
Gyllenhaal, that's Persian.
I did have a question. Have they ever made an Assassin's Creed movie?
Yeah, they
did. It was with he played Magneto in X-Men First Class. Michael Fassbender.
Oh, Fassbender?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was the assassin. Yeah.
Did anybody see it?
No, it was bad, and I think I even saw a quote with him being like, "That movie was a mistake." So like,
it could have been good. I mean, like the story's there for you. Just
the source is there. It's just he said it's like the story fell flat. It's like the whole movie was bad. But
why do you think it is that? I can't, and maybe
video
I'm wrong.
games don't translate well to movies.
Doesn't seem like they should easily translate.
Well, especially nowadays that like games like Beyond Two Souls, that one with Elliot Page where it's like her with superpowers, him with superpowers. Well, it was hard to say now because the video game is, you know, that. But
you almost have to do it the other way around, like James Bond, like movie first, then to a game. Lion King, tough game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say what
about that
MIB2
game, Mark?
Group, but
Mark and I played a Men in Black 2 game that was
the
hardest game I've ever played in my life.
They just don't let you save, so you have to beat it in one sitting. So anyway.
Mark, you're 100% correct though. Movie to game works.
Movie to game works.
Game to movie does not work, and I don't know why.
Spyro the
Maybe
Dragon.
it's
I don't
because
think it was a movie, but it wouldn't work.
Oh, that'd be a sweet movie.
Sonic the Hedgehog. That's a recent one that actually did pan out.
Yeah, people
I never
like
saw
that one.
It was funny. It was fine.
I didn't see that one though.
Go ahead and see it. It's on HBO or something.
The part I loved about that whole thing was like when they first sort of showed what Sonic was going to look like, and then everyone started shitting on it on Twitter, and they like actually listened to the people and like made it look a little more like Sonic.
Which I think is why
they like redid the animation though. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they completely redid it. Which is I think why that was a success. They listened to the critique early on, and then
they had like small lips and like human teeth, and it looked very creepy.
Yeah,
I wish they would have done that. You guys have all seen the remake of Lion King, the like computer animated one.
Still haven't,
and I won't.
I've seen the first 5 minutes.
You know of it though. You've seen the way it looks super realistic, but it turns out you needed it to be more cartoony. Mm-hmm. It was kind of the same thing.
Onto what so I'm a couple years late, but I saw Parasite for the first time.
Okay. Oh yeah.
What's that on now? Is it
For
Amazon?
sure,
Hulu,
Amazon.
Funny enough.
I think it is on like 4 things now. It's everywhere.
It's actually not on Amazon. It's like you can like watch the trailer, but it's on Hulu.
I liked it.
It's like, you know, maybe a little overrated, but like I thought it was awesome.
Sure.
It was hilarious. Like it was funny.
I can truly say with that movie, I didn't know where it was going the whole time.
No.
Same. Yeah,
I saw the trailer and I didn't know what I was in for.
Now, Mark, you live in the Cameron Jones lifestyle where you're just getting into popular things a couple years late. How's it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I'm catching
pretty
up.
nice, isn't it? You know?
Well, I can't wait for you to watch No Country for Old Men, Mark, and we can all talk about it.
Hey, I've seen that. I did see it like, 5 years after it was.
No, I saw Parasite in the theater, and same thing. It was I didn't know where it was going, but I liked it in the end, even though it gets
did we see that together? I can't remember.
I think we saw it as a family.
Did you see a dub version or a sub version, like a subtitle version?
I think subtitle.
Yeah, that's the way to see it.
More often, yeah, you want their delivery and their acting. If it's a movie that people are like, this is a good foreign movie, it's because the acting's good, so you don't want to cover
I
it
don't
up with
ever
some
want.
stupid
I don't ever want
generic.
a dubbed version.
I watched the dubbed version without knowing there was. Well, that's kind of silly, but I watched the dubbed version of Squid Game, and it's just it sucks. Like just the way they like
Did
deliver the lines.
Did you guys both watch Squid Game?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Megan watched it, and I didn't get in on it, so I'm just never gonna see it. But I get it. I got it. I got the gist.
I mean, you've seen the main popular memes and stuff. Yeah, you get it. Well, funny. There's like a bunch of just Asian horror kind of things popping up now on Netflix that Nicole and I were starting. But there's one about like a zombie apocalypse in like an old Japanese like village kingdom that we were starting. That's essentially Game of Thrones in Japan with zombies. Starting that. Oh,
yeah, that used to be such a niche market that mainstream horror movies, like American horror movies, would steal from. They're like, let's just cut out the middleman. Just watch the original.
Yeah,
one.
I actually like
you
that.
guys
though.
will be fine. Read some subtitles. Yeah, I think
Getting
it's
a
better.
little more clout now, and that's well deserved.
Interestingly, though, the last like 2 weeks, I've watched a lot of wolf/werewolf movies. I'm missing the title of one, but the first one that I really liked was The Wolf of Snow Hollow. It's on Amazon, I think, through Epic, so it's a little harder to find, but how to describe? It's not necessarily a good movie, but it was entertaining, and it's funny. I mean, I don't exactly know what else to say other than that. It's not a good movie, but it was entertaining.
Say the name of it again.
The Wolf of Snow Hollow. It's about these cops in some podunk area investigating some werewolf murders. The second one is Hold the Dark. This is from Bernard from Westworld, that balding guy who always has sadness in his eyes. You know who I'm talking about?
I thought you meant Bernard from Santa Claus.
No. We go by real name.
Krumholtz?
We go by
Love it.
Krumholtz here, Mark.
He's just a one-man name.
Yeah.
This one
One
was
name
a
man.
little different. It's about a guy coming to investigate some wolves that were murdering small children in an Alaskan village, but then it turns into a true crime whodunit where these kids kind of vibe.
Wait,
That's not as fun as the first one.
there's a Jeremy Renner like movie about
Wind River.
Wind River. Yes, I watched that.
I started the first half of that.
Same
and
thing, children being taken by wolves?
Sort of. No, just
Sort of.
no wolves.
No, well,
except for the wolves.
One wolf.
I've watched
No,
another
It's
one.
got as much wolves as the Gray, almost.
Oh, that's a lot of
Which
wolves.
is to say, some implied wolves.
Implied,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, sure. I watched another one I can't remember the name of,
Wolf
but it was kind of
presenting.
more Wendigo than wolf. So the same vibe though.
Creepy Ghoul, a Wendigo.
Sure is. That's been popping up a lot in movies. What was the one I just watched? Oh shit! It'll come to me later. But
I am curious about that first one you said. That I saw that preview and it looked good.
the other one, I can't remember the name of it, but the premise is this kid is taking care of his dad and his brother who are turning into Wendigos. But
And a Wendigo is a
Native American folklore cannibal creature. It's a human that eats human flesh and then turns into a
It has
ravenous
like wings
monster.
and like it's like a wolf winged wolf bat wings. I don't know. It's really creepy looking. Like look up a picture.
Cool. Can you say it again? I'll just look it up.
Wendigo.
A Wendigo.
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 Yeah, Nicole keeps saying that, and it's throwing me off. That's why I did it. And each time she does it, I go, Wendigo, and I have to say it a bunch to correct myself.
Oh, yeah, one of these guys.
Yeah.
Yep, that's them, all right. That would be
Creepy.
them.
Oh, no wings. No wings. No wings.
Yeah, it seems like they could be.
Well, I'll come to the title of that one next week. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it actually was a really good, emotional, scary movie.
Looking at the rest of my sorry, go on, Jordan.
I was just gonna say Wendigo is just your like scary devil creature horn 101. Like
Yeah.
nothing good there. Demon, I would call it demon in
Demon.
my head.
Well, Cannibal Forest Demon, yeah.
There's a lot
Anyway,
of werewolf-esque characteristics.
It's a
for
human
sure.
transforming into a beast, you know?
It's definitely the type of thing that a religious sect in the woods like talks about a lot. And
Oh,
draws
sure.
Okay, Mark, you were saying?
No, I'm just looking at the rest of my list. I have a lot of like sort of quirky rom-coms that I've recently watched. Have you guys ever seen Palm Springs with Andy
Yep.
Samberg?
Yep,
That movie's
it's
awesome.
It's good.
I really
good.
like that movie. Lonely
It's
Island
a modern
production.
day.
I have not.
It's a romantic comedy, modern day Groundhog's Day.
Yeah,
Ooh, I would get
exactly.
into that. Oh, speaking of which, I did
Dude,
just, I
watch
think
it.
I
It's
mentioned
so
this,
good.
but I rented Edge of Tomorrow, and I'm still sitting on that, and eventually I'm going to play it, and it's going to be golden. Sorry, that's all. Go on. Tom Cruise movie? Love it.
No. I also watched. It's a Netflix. I think Netflix. Actually, could be Amazon original. I Want You Back with Charlie Day.
Whatcha too. I like it.
It sounds familiar. I feel like
very
I might have seen
predictable.
It's new. It turns out they don't release romantic comedies in movies theaters anymore, but they're just making them on all streaming platforms, which is cool.
Now they've never been more accessible and available everywhere.
Yeah, but I guess the two that Mark listed though, they're high quality ones. They're not just like the made for TV ones. They're like legit movies.
Yeah.
Generic, but you want that, you know? It's palatable. You got two people with chemistry. It's good.
Palm Springs is less predictable, which I loved that aspect of, because a rom-com is just, oh well, these two are going to get together at the end. This one you weren't really sure where it was going to go. So
Palm Springs is definitely the better of the two, and I can't think of the actress's name. I'll get it real quick.
She's in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, she's
Spoiler
the
a little
mother.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Fuck off. If you didn't, you're not going back. I mean, we're talking about what you watching, and nobody's watching that anymore. Chances are I'll never go back, but shout out to Scrubs too.
I watched Airheads last night, the Brendan Fraser,
Nice.
Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler movie about the band taking over a radio station. I knew I liked it, but I hadn't seen it in years, and I love that movie.
We should
It's
cult
funny.
classics that one. We should
We
actually
were going
do
to,
an
and
episode.
let's circle back to
on
that.
our way.
Well, we were about to, but it wasn't available on streaming anywhere. But now that it's back,
What's it on now?
It's on Hulu,
Oh,
where we
sweet.
thought it was last time. So I'm willing to go back to that.
Kristen Milioti. Damn it. Just
Melody?
take that out.
I
Melody?
don't edit these.
The last thing I'm really watching is there's a new season 4 of Marvelous Mrs Mazel. I'm in it. I like that show.
Oh yeah, you mentioned
It's
that last week.
quirky,
Still
the great set design. I
still
like
living
the
up.
acting.
Still good.
Yeah, it's tough to see like the forest through the trees right now because it's like they release 2 at a time. Mm-hmm. So the jury's out on if it's a good season, but I like aspects of every episode. I think it's got a really good quirky cast. I get to vicariously live through like this Jewish lifestyle that we didn't grow up with, but you know it's like kind of in us.
Yeah, culturally adjacent.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, that maybe I like it more because of that. I don't know.
Awesome. Well, let's wrap it up for this week, but thanks for tuning in to What You Watch, and hopefully you've caught some of these things, or if you want to recommend some of these fun things to watch to us, we'd love that as well.
So let's go out of the things we're watching. Just give your one recommendation on which one you should watch.
Palm Springs for me.
Wolf of Snow Hollow, until I remember that scary Wendigo movie next week. That'll be the title of it.
And I'm going to go The Batman. See it in the theaters. Come on. If you're listening to movie podcasts and Patreon, go see the fucking movie.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Well, let's see if I recorded it. Still recording?